Okay, this is Yezan, and I'm trying to construct a cross tabulation. We're interested in knowing the relationship between two variables. We investigated the relationship between two variables. And we can do that by constructing a cross tabulation. So insert pivot table, make sure that this is the region that you want to construct the pivot table for. And now we are on the pivot table. We have three variables. I want the quality rating to be on the rows, and I want excellent to be at the bottom. So good, very good, excellent. And I want meal prices to be on the columns. So now we can observe the relationship between ratings and the meal prices. And now I want for restaurants to see which restaurant falls on which cell. I want to change that between from sum to count. So change that into count. And now you can see that the number of restaurants that are rated good and their meal prices is $10 per meal are 6. There are 6 restaurants in this category. And for example, there are 5 restaurants that are rated very good and their meal price is 35. And I have, for example, over here, 4 restaurants that are rated excellent and their meal price is 41. I want to group this because this is not quite convenient. So let's group this, and starting from 10 to 48, and I will group them by 10s. Sounds good. I have now 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. Let's change this to make it closer to the rest. Nice. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49. And then we have the total for each row, total for each column, and then the grand total that represent all the observation, all the restaurants in my city. So for example, most of the cheap restaurants, or most of the restaurants that are rated good, are cheap. And for example, not all the restaurants that were super expensive or the highest in the meal prices were rated excellent. We have the ones that are like kind of in the middle, between 30 and 39. We have 20 restaurants rated excellent, and their meal prices are in the middle, 30 to 39. So this table, you can draw a lot of conclusion from it, and it's really intuitive. But what if I, for example, I want to find the percent? For example, I want to find the percent of restaurants that their prices from 10 to 19 rated good to the total restaurants that are rated good. So then we're trying to find the percent out of the total row. How would I do that? Let's go to data and try to insert a new pivot table. Double check for the table range. Okay. And then the same thing, restaurant quality, meal price. So meal price in the columns, sum of restaurant of the cap, quality rating, everything is fine. Okay, so I want to change the values to a value field setting, and I want the count, and I want to show value as, and then I want to show it as percent of row total. So right now, let's move this to the bottom. Now I can see that 50% of the restaurants that are very good, their meal prices from 10 to 19. And over here I can see like 40%. I can see over here like 33.33% of the restaurants that are rated excellent, which is the third, their prices from 40 to 49. You can see that the rows add up to 100%, while the columns do not, because the columns here doesn't really, the sum of the percent of the column doesn't really mean anything for me, so I can remove it. And now I have the total for the rows, which is added to 100%. How would I do the same for the column? Same thing, insert, pivot table, make sure that the range is right, okay, add those variables, and the sum of the restaurant, instead of that, go to the count, show values as, percent of count. Hit OK now. You can see that restaurants, just this, okay. So restaurants that are rated, that in the group, the price their meals from 10 to 19, 53% of those restaurants are actually rated good. I want to put this down. So 53.85% of the restaurants that are in the 10 to 19 meal price group are rated good. So, which means that cheap restaurants have a lower rating in general speaking. But still, I have like some of them are like rated very good. On the other hand, over here you can see like 60% of the restaurants that are rated from their meal prices from 30 to 39 are rated as very good. Which means in that group, the majority or the biggest number of the restaurants are rated very good. Where in the 40 to 49, you can see like 78% of the restaurants are rated as excellent. Which could mean that, okay, most of the expensive restaurants are rated as excellent. Columns add to the columns add to 100%, where the grand total for the rows doesn't really mean a lot, so I will just remove that, remove grand total, and now I have plus tabulation, and the cells as percent of